example number 2 is subtracting polynomials. This gets a little bit more complicated, although not a ton. Subtract 2x plus 3 from 3x minus 4. Simplify your answer by combining like terms. So first off, it's not giving us an actual equation. It's saying subtract 2x plus 3 from 3x minus 4. So we need to recognize that 3x minus 4 is the first polynomial, then we're subtracting 2x plus 3 from it. So we need to write it in this order. If we wrote it in the other order, it would be close, but it would be wrong. Again, we can use a model. So we're subtracting, we've got 3x minus 4 drawn here, and then we're trying to remove 2x plus 3 from it. That's what that means. So it's easy to remove 2 of the x bars from it, because there are 2 there. But there are no positives that we need to take out, so that becomes complicated. Let's just start with the x bars. We can take 2 out, we're left with 1. Now, we want to subtract 3 positives, but there aren't any here. So the trick with this, with algebra tiles, is that we can add in as many 0 pairs as we need in order to create 3 positives to pull away. So if we add in 3 0 pairs, so we have 3 negatives and 3 positives that we add in. If we're adding a 0 pair, we're adding 0, so we're not changing its value, but we're creating a situation where there are 3 positives that we can then pull out. So now that we've got those positives in there, we can take those 3 out, and it leaves us with 1 solid x bar, and then we've got 7 negatives. So this is x minus 7. So 3x minus 4, subtracting 2x plus 3 gives you x minus 7. So subtraction means you're removing this from this. If there's something there to work with where you can remove these, great. If these are not there in the first place, add in 0 pairs until you've got enough to take this out. That's the general process. Now, symbolically speaking, here's our polynomial equation, 3x minus 4 minus 2x plus 3. This is where the brackets are important. And we're basically going to use the distributive property here. So 3x minus 4 minus 2x plus 3. The first step is to change the sign and write the opposite of the second polynomial. So instead of subtracting here, we want to put in adding. But that means we change the sign on everything inside this second polynomial. So we're basically multiplying everything inside by -1. So this 2x becomes a -2x, this 3 becomes -3. If these had been negative up here, then they would become positive here. So if we do that, this becomes adding, and then we're back to the same place we were in the previous question where we're just combining terms. We're adding 2 polynomials now. So 3x minus 4, nothing changes there with the first polynomial. Second one, we're now adding -2x and -3. We can rewrite that in groups. So 3x minus 2x for the like terms, and then -4 and -3 for the constants. 3 minus 2 gives you 1x. -4 minus another -3. Sorry, that's not -3, that should be +3. Subtract 3 gives us -7. So now x minus 7, which is the same answer we had up above when we did it with the tiles. So with subtraction, when you're doing it symbolically, the trick is to remember that you can change this to an adding, but then you have to change the sign of everything inside the second polynomial. That's the key here. So it's said that 2x plus 3 is opposite of -2x minus 3. So instead of subtracting, we're adding the opposite. All right, another show you know. Give it a go.